Rotate device back. Alright, I think we're live here. I think we're on. Let me get this camera shot right now. I had it all fixed up for another way here. Hang on. I thought I could put my phone upside down. Let's see. What's it saying? Okay. Wait a second. Hang on. What? So I want it that way? Orientation lock, rotate device. Alright. I thought I could put my phone upside down because the microphone would be a better placement. Hey Dad, thanks for tuning in, man. Hang on a second. Alright, let me get this camera thing going. Alright, I'm gonna play a song here, start this out with. Looks like we got 5 people here so far. Cobb, what's up, bud? Happy New Year, dude. Alright, so good to hear from you, Cobb. I'm gonna play a song called Let's All Solve This. This is my solution for the world. Looks like somebody's already liked. There's 1 like already. That's good. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and like it too. Watch. Let me see. Hang on. I like this video. There it is. Got it. Hang on a second, y'all. All right. Yeah, my hair is kind of a mess. I'm doing the pompadour kind of thing today here because my hair was. It's not cooperating today. I'm having a bad hair day. Having a bad hair year so far. All right. I'll play a song and then I'll get into some talking about stuff. We've lost 1 person already. All right, that's okay. There's so many problems. Now we're all have to solve them. Everybody come together and find a way. We could blame the president and a corrupt government. We could blame a myriad of unpleasant things. But we're all the problem, and we're all the solution. Everybody has a gift and part to play. There's so many problems that we're all have to solve them. Everybody come together and find a way. Life is a blessing, so we better keep moving. We better enjoy ourselves each and every day. Seems like there's always something trying to keep us struggling. But if we unify, we can break some chains. There's so many problems that we'll all have to solve them. Everybody come together and find a way. Innocent. I know I'm polluting every time I drive my car down a freeway. But I keep trying, so I keep recycling anything to save us from a doomsday. Cause there's so many problems that we'll all have to solve them. Everybody come together and find a way. Yeah. president and a corrupt government. We could blame a myriad of unpleasant things, but we're all the problem and we're all the solution, 'cause everybody has a gift and part to play. There's so many problems that we'll all have to solve them. Everybody come together and find a way. Alright, thank you very much. That's a song I wrote called Let's All Solve This, because I believe that all of us need to solve the world's problems. We all have to do it together. No matter what color you're, red or blue or purple or green, whatever political spectrum, we got to come together somehow, I guess. I think it's maybe, everything going on in the world seems like thanks, Cobb, appreciate that. Hey, Mom. Thanks, Cobb. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, with everything going on in the world, it seems like everything's falling apart, right? And I've said this, I've talked about this ad nauseum probably on this podcast over the years, it's almost 5 years now I've been doing this. And basically it's a worldwide family argument. I think we're all having a big, huge argument. We're having to figure out, we're talking about the elephants in the room for once, for a change, for finally, I guess. That's the way you say it. I'm gonna put this harmonica down. And hopefully we can have it out and then find a solution and all come back together, Sometimes you have to have a big conflict before everything can be resolved. So hopefully that's what's happening here. I have no idea. Nobody knows. I'm convinced nobody actually knows. And I think the right stance is to be open-minded. You can have your own opinions and your own views, and then listen to other people and disagree with them if you want to or not. But everybody has to try to find redeeming qualities in each other and try to, respect each other if possible, obviously. All right, this is called On the Road Again. I did get my motorhome is fixed, and I'm super stoked about that. I'll talk more about that. I think I want to do another song first, though. I'm going to do a song by Willie Nelson called On the Road Again. And I'll talk a little bit about the song after I play it. I'm just gonna wing it. I didn't really I've been practicing a little bit, but this song is just, it's not a song that I play a lot. But this feel like I'm in the mood for it this week, obviously, because I'm back on the road again. And I'll talk more about that here in a minute, about the motorhome breaking down. It's been a couple weeks it was down, and it was rough, man. It was pretty rough. It's been a rough year so far for me. We're only 2 weeks in here. My hair's not cooperating, and motorhome broke down. Thank God I have hair, though. Oh yeah, also, before I go any further, this is the beer of the day. It's a non-alcoholic, of course, as always on my show. I don't think I've ever actually drank a real beer on my show, on this podcast. It's a Athletic Brewing Company, which is San Diego. It actually kind of matches me. And it's not this flavor is not great. It's called the Run Wild IPA, and it's not great. I don't know why I end up getting it like once or twice a year, and I'm always like, why did I buy this? There's the one that they have they have one that's just called light beer. That's my favorite one, but you can't find it. It's like really hard to find, so I just drink this one. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Hope you're out there having a good time. Hope you're having fun watching this thing. I'm going to talk about, basically today I'm going to talk about my motorhome and getting that fixed and the ordeal that was. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about maybe some, political stuff that's going on. I don't even know what that word means, political. What's politics? Policies? What's your policy on beers, I like good ones, or I like non-alcoholic ones, specifically this time of year. And yes, my tip jar is hanging from the ceiling today. I'll be honest, I'm going to be really, not honest, but I'm going to be blunt here, I guess, when I say this. I'm always honest, but I'm always blunt, I like to say that. I'm exhausted today. I'm just totally exhausted. I don't know if I did these weird push-ups the other day, and they were just raised a little bit, and I was at a park, and it says like this is like really hard, and they were a little bit harder, but man, my triceps are like crazy sore. Like I can barely go like this to like touch my head or whatever. Like it's not bad. It's like I didn't hurt anything, but damn, I worked it out really hard. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really feel like doing this today. I didn't feel like doing anything, but the show has to go on, and it's okay to be blunt about it, right? Gotta be blunt about stuff sometimes. The world needs more bluntness, I think. Maybe not. Maybe we've had a lot of bluntness lately, but just be, come as you are. Just come as you are. Be what you want to be. And the show must go on. I'm glad to be here. Really, I'm glad. And I'm glad everybody else is here too. I'm just saying, it's just one of those days where like, oh, I just want to lay down all day and eat potato chips or something, I'll tell you why. It's just been kind of an exhausting week. And here comes the song. I thought after, 4.5, 5 years doing this, I would have it like really down pat, but I'm still experimenting and just doing whatever. And people seem to like it. A lot of people watch this thing, which is cool. And I get tips, and that's nice too. All right, here it is. Willie Nelson's On the Road Again. How do I want to start this? I'm going to start it with harmonica. Can't wait to get on the road again. Life of love is playing music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies going down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keeps spinning our way. 'Cause our way is on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life of love is playing music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again, like a band of gypsies heading down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting the world keeps on spinning our way. 'Cause our way is on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Seeing things I've never seen again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. That was not great, but thanks anyway. If anybody's clapping out there. I have to admit, so my band just got really high action up the neck. So when I do this and then I have to go right into a minor chord. It's not easy on this banjo. I think if the neck was wider and the strings were lower, it'd be a lot easier. But there you go. You're just trying, that's life, right? You're always thinking to yourself, do I need to modify this banjo, or is it just, I need to modify my playing? Do I need to just get better? Hey, Dennis Driscoll, thanks for coming in, man. Good to see you, Dennis. Yeah, you're like, is it my banjo or is it me? Am I ever gonna get good enough to play? You're gonna go. Get all that in one, like, it's not even like a half a beat, you know? Anyway. So yeah, that's On the Road Again by Willie Nelson, of course. And it's funny because, what's her name? Canned Heat has a version called On the Road. I'm on the road again. 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 It's funny because, like, I'm bringing that up because I'll write songs, you know, and I'll be like, oh, somebody's already done that. Canned Heat already wrote On the Road Again. But Willie Nelson's like, I don't care. I'm writing it again. I'm writing it my own way this time, you know? And he probably made more money off of his version than the Canned Heat version. Who knows? I mean, Canned Heat probably made a ton of money off of their version too. It's a classic song. It's just, again, it's another example in life where you're like, do you believe, how much do you believe in yourself? Like, are you just gonna like push your way in and do whatever you want to do? Or are you just gonna be like me and scrap the song because you think it's already been done? I'm learning. We're all learning here. I'm learning. Hope you're learning too. And I'm easy. I go easy on myself these days. I was really hard on myself when I was younger, way younger. But I go easy on myself now. Pat myself on the back. And just keep on going. Keep playing this banjo for all 8 people out there right now. But it's funny too, because that song, he rhymes friends with friends, right? He goes, on the road again, going places that I've never been, seeing things I may never see again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. He rhymes again and again. That's what it was. And he rhymes friends with again, which is great. I like those like barely rhyme things. That's good. When he sings, the life I love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. That's a good rhyme. I like those soft rhymes, I call them. There's another name for them, I guess, but I call them soft rhymes. But it's just funny that he was just like, it's gonna rhyme again with again. Like, going places that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Again and again and again. Maybe he did that on purpose. It's just again. It's like it's supposed to repeat itself because the word is again. Alright, so what else was I going to say about that song? I had some notes about what I wanted to say here. I always do and then I lose them. Yeah, alright, I got that. So now let's talk about the motorhome. The motorhome has been, it's been crazy. So what happened was I started getting a noise. Even when I was in New Mexico at the beginning of December, I was getting a noise, probably even been getting a noise for months now, but it just gotten louder and louder. And I remember when I was in New Mexico specifically, the noise was like, I was like, man, is that noise getting louder? Like the boiled frog effect, right? And I was like, yeah, I think it is getting louder because I can barely talk on the phone with my friends when I'm driving right now. So it just kept getting louder and I was like, I didn't know what it was, and nobody seemed to know exactly what it was. One mechanic was like, it's your transmission. We need to rebuild your transmission, which is very expensive, of course. So I was like, well, I hope you're wrong. So I kept driving it. He was like, don't drive it anymore. You could break down anywhere. And I was like, well, yeah, but I'm not convinced it's a transmission. So I went ahead and I replaced there's a bearing for the drive shaft underneath, and I replaced that. My friend Ian and I did that. Ian sold me the motorhome, and he's just been really nice helping me work on it. He helps me with stuff. And we did that. It took all day to do that bearing, and then the noise actually got worse, right? So I was just like, then I went on Christmas vacation with my family back in Virginia for 4 days, and I came back and the noise was still there, of course. I'm driving. It's like, dang, dude, this is getting louder now. I'm just driving, and I just thought to myself, what am I gonna do? I don't know exactly what the problem is. I can't fix a problem if I don't know exactly what it is. So I figured, we'll just keep driving until something breaks. And I guess that was the solution, because I kept driving and it did break. It got really, the vibrations got so bad I could barely, drive it. So I had to pull off the freeway. I found a nice spot to park in for a couple days, and nobody bothered me there. I had a few days off for gigs, and I was able to call a tow truck eventually and get them to tow me to a transmission shop. And I'm gonna keep names out of it. I don't want to I don't want to smear anybody's name right now. I don't know if I really don't. I'm choosing to believe everybody was honest, but took it to the transmission shop, and they're like, it's actually your differential. And anybody that doesn't know anything about cars, the differential is in the back usually. If you have a rear wheel drive car, and there's like that pumpkin looking thing, that's the rear axles. That's the differential. What that does, it takes your drive shaft, which is going this way, right? It's going long ways, and then your axles to your wheels are going this way. So something has to go in there and be the turn, and it does that. But it also does other things to help you steer properly and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm not going to get into differentials more than that, unless you can look into it if you don't know what it is. But anyway, a differential. And so they call me and it's your differential, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense, And they're like, yeah, it's going to be $5,200. And it's like, that's a lot. They're like, that's way more than I thought it'd be. I thought maybe a transmission might be approaching that. Certainly an engine definitely an engine would be $5,200, but a differential. And they're like, yep. And then I was like, well, if I'm going to get the differential done, I want these certain gear ratios on there, because I know from all the forums I read that the best gear ratio is called a 4.56 ratio. And the guy's like, oh, let me check and see how much that would be. And he comes back and he's like, okay, so that'll be $6,800 if you want that differential. And thank God my friend Ross called, one of my best friends, great mechanic. He's a really good mechanic. He's very exacting. He's very particular. Working with him is not easy because he's very particular about everything. Where I'm the kind of mechanic I am, it's like, just get this done, dude. Let's do this. And he's like, no, it has to be done this way, which is great, of course. And so he called me when I was after I got this quote of $6,800, and I was like, hey Ross, let me call you back tomorrow. I'm really busy right now. I wasn't even thinking of talking to Ross about it, because I was like, if I talked to Ross about it, I thought he was just going to be like, oh man, I knew you shouldn't have bought that motorhome or something. Not that he would say that, but I was just afraid he was I was just not in the mood for any kind of backlash at that moment. So I didn't talk to him. I just said, I'll have to talk to you tomorrow, because I was busy. And I was very busy. But it turns out that was probably the universe trying to knock on my door, I think, through Ross, because when I did finally talk to Ross, he was like, no, dude, $5,200, $6,800, that's at least $3,000 too much. So go to this particular shop down here in San Diego. He's in San Francisco these days. He just moved up there. He's like, but there's this place in San Diego, give them a call. I gave them a call, and they're like, oh yeah, that'll be like $2,200 here. And they're like, we'll even tow you for another $100 on top of that. So I already owed this other mechanic $400, because they did an exploratory examination of the differential. So I already owed them $400. And then by the time, and they were telling me, so I called them back, and I'm like, hey, this other guy's going to do it for, closer to $2,300. So I'm just going to have it towed to his place. And they're like, hang on, let me call you back. So they called me back, and they're like, okay, we could do it for $3,000. And I was like, that's weird. I felt like I was getting ripped off. But this other place, their initial place that already had it, that was trying to overcharge me at first, they have nationwide locations, right? So I really wanted to use them just in case I'm on the road. I could get them to work on it if it breaks. They warranty it and they can work on it. And he calls me back. He's like, we can do it for $3,000. So I did the math, and I would have owed this other guy, 22, 23, and then 24, right, for him, and then plus $400 to the first mechanic. So it'd been $2,800 versus $3,100. And I was just like, man, I don't want to use this guy because I feel like he's ripping me off, but I got to because he has nationwide locations with this 12-month warranty. So I ended up going with him, and then he had it for like, you know, a little while, not excessively long, but this all was like going on for days, and I'm paying for this rental van the whole time, like every day. And they were super cool at the rental van place, super really nice. But I was putting out quite a bit of money on every day on this rental van. So finally I get it back, and right before I get it back, the original mechanic who did the work, he's like, oh yeah, you need to do the seals and stuff too. That'll be another $600. There's these seals in the back axles, which is originally why the differential went bad, I think, is because the differential fluid leaked out because these seals were bad. And I should have taken care of that. That was really my fault. I had seen grease coming out of that one seal for months now, and I meant to get down to the original mechanic who did that because they have that under warranty. I'm trying to tell this story as precisely as I can, but it's not easy. But anyway, so it's my negligence that I didn't take care of the seals, and I didn't tell the original mechanic who did the seals on the rear axles when I first got this motorhome. I didn't tell him about it, and that's why the differential went bad. So it's my fault that this differential went bad, I think, for not taking it in to get the seals fixed. I didn't realize the differential fluid would leak out though from the wheel hub seals. So anyway, this guy's like, it's gonna be $600 for those seals to fix the seals and get this all cleaned up. And I was like, let me call the original mechanic. And they were like, yeah, we'll do it for $200. We'll warranty the parts and we'll do the labor. We just can't warranty the labor. The labor's gonna be $200. So then it was another 2-3 days in the shop with them, and I was staying at the end there. I got rid of my van, and I was staying with my friend Kevin, my good friend Kevin, and his wife. And they have a really nice big house and nice view on the hill and stuff. But I'm just so independent. I just didn't like I don't like putting upon people, you know. Not that they were really welcoming. I just like having my own space. I've got all my stuff, you know. And if I'm constantly transferring stuff, it just feels like my life is a total mess. So, but I did stay with them for a couple days, and that was cool. They fed me and they treated me really well. But it was just, you know, it's like when you don't have your own place, you just feel my age. I'll be 48 in 2 years, or in 2 months. 2 years. In 2 months, I'll be 48, and I'm just like thinking like, I just felt like, you know, like I might as well be sleeping on their couch, you know. I wasn't. They had a little room they had this little room that Kevin puts his bikes in and stuff to let me stay there. And it was cool. Everything was cool. It just felt like, oh man, it just felt, felt so uprooted, you know. And I realized how much this motorhome, there's so much riding on this motorhome right now. Like when that motorhome broke, it was like my home. It's everything. So it was really, and then my friend Greg was super helpful. All my friends were super helpful. My parents, they were super helpful as always. Thank God for my parents. Thank God for all my friends and family and all the support. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, I've had way worse mechanical problems. Like I had a Volkswagen van, you know, back in about, 15 years ago or something. And that thing used to break down bad, and nobody knew how to work on it because all the mechanics, they don't know how to work on those things because it was really old, you know, and it's a Volkswagen. So I had to do all the work myself, and we'd be stranded for weeks on the side of roads, you know, with no money. And that was stressful. And this was stressful too, but not as stressful as that. But anyway, I think that's why I'm so tired today. And I worked out pretty hard the other day. I'm just like zonked. I played a gig last night in Oceanside, and that went well. But I just feel like I've been living in a washing machine for like, I don't know, probably since October, since I started going up to work with my friend Mitch doing construction, which was great. Of course, again, I'm not complaining here. I'm just telling you, trying to give you an indication of inside look into my life these days. It's been crazy. And I have faith that things are gonna calm down. I feel like I got my music equipment kind of worked out, even though there's a few things that need to be worked on. But this podcast has been a lot of work over the years. It might not seem like it, but now I've just reverted to using my cell phone. I was using a really nice interface for a long time with some reverb and a nice microphone. And I'll get back to that eventually, but right now this is all I got in me right now. So, hey Jared, keep on the sunny side. Yeah, man. Keep on the sunny side, dude, up there in South Dakota. Tell everybody I said hi, Jared. That was a cool video with your son the other day. His son was, I'm not laughing that his son was crying, but his son was upset because he knew he was going to have to grow up someday, you know, not be able to play with Legos. And it was cute. It was really cute. I felt his pain. Everybody feels his pain. Nobody wants to grow up, you know. I told Jared to remind him of me. I've kind of never grown up. That's not true, of course, but just being funny. Noah, what's up, buddy? Nice hair. Shoot, you look good, brother. Hang in there. You killing on them strengths. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, Noah. Good to hear from you, buddy. If anybody ever needs car parts, let me know, because Noah's got he's a car parts guy down there in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and he's been at it a long time. I think he's obviously really good at it. So, good to hear from you again, Noah. Las Cruces, New Mexico. I refuse to grow up. Just ask my exes. That's a good one, Cobb. That's a good one. Cobb, you're growing up, man, in a good way, in the best possible way, Cobb. You're great, man. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It's overrated. It is. There's that great song, right? It's like, I don't want to grow up. What is it? Who is that? It was like a songwriter. Obviously a songwriter, but like a notorious songwriter. He's... Yeah. What's the point in growing up? What does that mean? What does that even mean? Grow up. It means get boring in a lot of ways, I guess. Like, just forget about everything, all your intuition and everything you really think you want to do. Just go out there and make as much money as possible by whatever means you have to. Like, whether you have to sacrifice your soul or not, just do it. That's growing up, right? In a lot of people's opinion. I guess growing up is paying your bills, living on your own. Or is that growing out? I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's time for another song. I've been talking a while. I'm going to talk some politics here in a second. And of course, for everybody out there, I always try to be very moderate with the politics. So, because I've been hanging out with a lot of friends lately. And I'm not going to name names, but that don't agree with me on a lot of things. And it's pretty interesting talking to those people because they remind me of why I feel the way I do about my issues and stuff like that. So, what song is next here? Oh, I got Everything's Gonna Be Alright. This is a nice mellow song that I don't get to play a lot at my gigs, so I'll play this one for y'all now. It's a mellow, melancholy song, healing song, and I wrote it. And always makes me think of my friend Shadowlight, who passed on last year. This was a song that I kind of finished this song when I first met her, which was like 11 years ago. And we always did it together, and we sang it, and she always played a cool fiddle part. You can hear it online. Everything's Gonna Be Alright. Spotify, YouTube, wherever. There's a video, I think, of it. Hey, Michelle, Zach, and Tracy are here. Hey, Zach and Tracy. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. How's it sound? So I was trying to do something different today. I was trying to turn my phone upside down. If I turn it upside down now, it'll like stop the stream. But it's weird because the microphone's always at the bottom of these phones, right? But if you have, like, for musicians, we need a microphone at the top because our voice, Otherwise, all you're going to hear is, like, my banjo. It's going to be banjo heavy, which is not good because the banjo's already too loud anyway. Anyway, that's what I was trying to do. I hope it sounds all right out there. This one goes to Shadowlight out there. I feel like sometimes Shadowlight, she messes with me. Still. In a good way, of course. Well, not always. We quarreled a lot, her and I, in a friendly way. She was another Pisces like myself, and we had friendly fights all the time. And I feel like we still do, even though she's not on this plane. I'll tell you later, Michelle. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be just fine. Everything's gonna be alright. If we just hold on. Just hold on. 'Cause sometimes we drift in life. It's hard work just getting by. And everything's gonna be alright. If you just hold on. Just hold on. 'Cause sometimes we drift in life. That's the wrong verse, oh well. It's hard work just getting by. And everything's gonna be alright. If you just hold on. Just hold on. I'm just hold on. And just hold on. And just let go. Thank you so much. I did screw up that the third verse. Sorry about that. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It's just cheers to letting things be the way they need to be with Athletic Brewing here. Michelle, my hairdo, because I'm having a bad hair day, so I thought I'd do something different. And I was trying to do like a pompadour kind of thing, I guess. Like that. So that's what's up with the do, Michelle. I might keep it that way, you know? Get my hairstylist to cut this a little shorter here and just go for it. It'll be fun for a while, right? Man, I have had more hairstyles than David Bowie, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not that many, but I've had a lot of hairstyles. So there's a new movie about Bob Dylan that's came out. I really want to see it. I just haven't had time. Isn't that crazy? You would think being a dude living in a motorhome, just playing music full time, that dude would be the first dude to be able to go see a Bob Dylan movie and like have all the time in the world. Well, nope, that's not true. I have not seen the movie yet, and I knew this was going to happen. My sister said, "Don't keep your hair like that." Okay, maybe not. It's kind of like a Bob Dylan thing too, almost, right? When he first came out, he had like everybody had like a pompadour. Like everybody was like Elvis back in those days. Everybody wanted to be Elvis. But this movie came out. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen because people always call me like Bob Dylan all the time anyway, right? Which is good because I like Bob Dylan, thank God. Like if they came and called me like John Denver all the time, or like I don't know, somebody I don't. I mean, John Denver's cool. I'm not crazy about John Denver. Or like James Taylor. If they called me James Taylor, I wouldn't like that. There's some people out there who wouldn't like it. Do you have a date with a Dutch girl? No, I don't think so. Is this a Dutch haircut? Is that what that is? My sister. I still want to see that movie too. Yeah, so I want to see this movie. What was I saying before my sister interrupted me? I can't not see the chats. I'm trying to stay on top of things. But anyway, you would think like I'd be able to. Oh yeah, people call me Bob Dylan all the time, right? So that's cool. Maybe some people call me the Banjo Bob Dylan, which is cool. Maybe I should rename myself that, Banjo Bob Dylan. Maybe go under that name for a little while. Just do Dylan like songs. And it's starting to happen. Like every time I play now, people will come up to me between songs or after on my break. Have you seen the Bob Dylan movie yet? Like, no. Oh, it's really good. You got to see it. I'm like, I know. I want to see it. I like Bob Dylan. Yeah, he started out playing cover songs, but then he started writing his own songs. Like, duh, dude. Like, duh. Like everybody, like any musician knows that. Like everybody that is a musician probably loves Bob Dylan. We all know that Bob Dylan started playing like, old traditional tunes and then started writing his own songs, and it freaking went wild, And yeah, it's just happening all the time now. So I'm gonna play a Bob Dylan song next. I guess I'll play 2 Bob Dylan songs. I'll play 1 Bob Dylan song and then one of my own. This is one that I played. Well, I've been playing this for a long time, but I'll do another mellow song. This one's called "Knocking on Heaven's Door." Yeah, there's going to be a Bob Dylan craze, right? Like just like the Johnny Cash craze after they had the Johnny Cash movie come out. Then everybody's like all of a sudden into Johnny Cash. And it's like, what? I mean, like it takes a Hollywood movie to get these people into all this stuff. It's so, I don't know, the brainwashery. I'm not beyond it either. I've been brainwashed as well. We've all been brainwashed. If you're even alive in this culture, even if you're Amish, you've probably been like assaulted by the brainwashery. Oh, I haven't talked any politics yet, and it's like 45 minutes in. I think I'm gonna wait till next week. I wasn't sure anybody's gonna watch today because I went live last week, and I didn't know if it was too much. But I think I'm gonna talk about politics next week because Trump's getting inaugurated on the 20th, which is kind of like right after the next week. So, all right. Anyway, here it goes. Knocking on Heaven's Door. Hey, have you seen the Bob Dylan movie? No, I haven't even heard about it. Who's Bob Dylan? I'ma take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. Is that good enough? Getting dark, too dark to see. I feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. Mama, take this badge from me, 'cause I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. It really is getting pretty dark in here. I feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. I usually play a couple more verses, but I'm just going to end it there because I'm going to play another Bob Dylan song here in a minute. All right. I'm going to play one of my own songs because this dude was like last night, he's like, yeah, you should write your own songs. I was like, dude, please stop. You don't even know me. You're telling me I should see a Bob Dylan movie, and you're telling me I should write my own songs. I'm like, please, just go away. He gave me a good tip, though. So he's like, okay, let me hear one of your songs. So I played him this one. Yo, Jason, what's up, bud? Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, Jason, is Sandara okay? I'm sorry, it's been hectic for me, man. Hello, Fast Bob HeartMart. That's funny, Jason, that's funny. I'm gonna change my name to Banjo Bob Dylan. My dad says, did you know Bob Dylan is actually Robert Zimmerman? Yes, I've heard that. And I met this dude a couple weeks ago at the Hillcrest Market. Really cool guy, seemed like. Him and his wife, and his grandfather played bass for Bob Dylan and Bob Dylan's first band in high school or something. Back in Minnesota, I think, or Minnesota? Minnesota, don't you know? Where the hell is the guitar? I got a guitar here. Zach, there's a guitar here. You want me to play it? You're gonna have to buy me another plane ticket. Okay, I'm glad to hear Sandara's doing better, Jason. Thanks for letting me know. Alright. I'm the banjo Bob Dylan, Zach, not the guitar Bob Dylan. Thank God for the banjo, man, because here's the thing. Now you're going to have all these copycat Bob Dylan people watch. It's going to be about a year or two. It's just going to be nothing but copycat Bob Dylan people for years to come. It's just going to be like, now everybody's picking up a guitar. But what you don't realize is this is not the same world as it was when Bob Dylan was around. I don't mean that in a negative way. We still have a lot of magic. It's just a different time, you know? We have a lot of magic. Bob Dylan, there was no internet, way before the internet. And it was like, basically, Bob Dylan was the bridge between folk and rock and roll, right? Like, I mean, there was rock and roll, and then there was folk, and there was country, right? And I would argue that Bob Dylan kind of bridged that gap and kind of brought it all together, and I love that about him. And that's kind of what I do with my music, I hope. I try to bridge the gap between like an old-timey kind of thing with rock, and I'm trying to do that with this banjo stuff, but maybe I've totally missed the mark. Do you want to come back? He'll have you on a plane tomorrow, first class. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate that. I'll let you know. First class would be great, man. Hey, see you later, Cobb. Talk to you later, bro. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk on the phone soon. All right. This is a song I wrote called Corona Coaster Blues. It's like, Bob Dylan had protest songs of his time. And that was kind of like, that's what another thing about his music that kind of, it was like not the birth of the protest, but it was the popularization of the protest songs. And also, I could go on and on about this subject, but also, did you realize that Bob Dylan was kind of the one that brought House of the Rising Sun to the zeitgeist? Because the song House of the Rising Sun, and he says on the record that he did it, he says he thanks Dave Van Ronk, who is another folk singer, great folk singer too, Dave Van Ronk. He was the one that showed it to Bob Dylan, not like one-on-one, but Bob Dylan heard Dave Van Ronk play House of the Rising Sun, and then Bob Dylan recorded it on one of his first records, and then of course the Animals, the rock band, recorded it, and now it's become a huge part of the zeitgeist. I don't think it was really part of the zeitgeist before that. The zeitgeist is like, I love that word, zeitgeist, because zeitgeist is like when the masses become aware of something, like Bob Dylan is definitely in the zeitgeist. FastHeartMart, not so much in the zeitgeist, but he's for those in the know. It's pretty cool. Anyway, cuckoo cachoo. Copycat chat. All right, this is a song I wrote called, sorry, so scatterbrained today. This is a song I wrote called Corona Coaster Blues, and it's about the pandemic. I wrote it during the pandemic. Much like the pandemic, this song gets more controversial as it goes on. They're not going to be able to dupe us the same way they did before, y'all. They're going to have to dupe us some other way. And maybe they're, burning people's houses down and flooding people out and stuff. I don't know. It's possible. Very possible. I'm very... In the spring of 20, we got reamed by a virus. That was me. Went about killing people, but mostly the economy. We started living with the Corona Coaster Blues. The Corona Coaster Blues. I felt fine Sunday night, but by Monday my mind started reeling. What do we believe in? Way too much disinformation. I was drunk by noon that morning with the Corona Coaster Blues. The Corona Coaster Blues. I saw, wear a mask, we couldn't see who was smiling at me. Oh, what a sad way to be. It was harder to be friendly when we were living with the Corona Coast Blues. Ah, the Corona Coast Blues. Seems like they wanna drive all the small time out of businesses by killing all the competition. Till there's nothing left but the corporations that are forcing us to keep on riding on the Corona Coast of Blue. Oh, the Corona Coast of Blue. Please give me liberty, or please just go ahead and please kill me. Cause I won't take any vaccines from an evil machine. I'd rather get a guillotine than these Corona Coast Blues. All these Corona Coast Blues. Alright, thank you very much. That's that song, Corona Coaster Blues. It's pretty old now. It's like 4, almost 5 years old. No, it's more like, it's like 4, because I wrote it at the end of 2020, so it's like 4 years old. I'm going to rewrite the lyrics, though. I love that music for that. I wrote the music, too, but I'm going to rewrite the lyrics. Those lyrics could be better. That's what I'm finding. A lot of my songs, anyway. Sometimes I like the music, and then I want to change the lyrics. And if the music's no good, of course, the song's just whatever. It doesn't, well, like my song, Frustrating, the music's not great for that, but I like that song still. Anyway, looks like a semi-truck pulled in behind me while we've been doing this. I'm parked out here in a industrial park. They don't mind me having me out here. They're cool people out here. There's coyotes at night. It's cool. And there's like all these great grocery stores around here. It's like every grocery store you could think of, just about, is here. I can just ride my bike over there. I have an electric bike, and I just ride and get all my groceries. So it's cool. It's a good spot. You don't want to stay here Monday through Thursday, though, because they will give you a ticket at night. But I stay here Friday nights, and they usually don't give me a ticket. So, and I will leave really early Saturday because I got a gig tomorrow at Vista, the Vista Farmers Market. I'll be playing there tomorrow, in case anybody's going to be out. And then Sunday, I'll be at the Hillcrest Market. And I'm going to play one more song for y'all. Let me just thank all the supporters here. And thanks, everybody, of course, for watching. Oh, look at this. So many supporters today. My parents, of course, thank God. My trusty parents, thank you, Mom and Dad. And then Jared, thank you, Jared and family out there. And they say Soda, South Dakota. Is that a thing? Soda? Do you call you Soda? Are you still there? South Dakota, that's what you should say. Out there in Soda. Thank you so much for the donation or the tip or whatever we're calling it. What is it? The sponsorship. Dennis Driscoll, can always count on you, bud. Thank you for the sponsorship. And yeah, basically it's digital busking, as my friend once told me, Matt Ganell, out there in just east of Temecula. He came up with that term one day, digital busking. Sodak, okay, Sodak, okay. South Dakota, okay. Thanks out there in Sodak. Thanks to y'all out there in Sodak. I'm gonna come visit you one of these days, man. Seriously, I am. I'm gonna do it. I would love to come visit you, man. All right. This last song is a Bob Dylan song, actually, because of the Bob Dylan movie. It's come out, and I haven't seen it yet. I suspect when I do see it, I'll make a whole episode about it on my reaction. 24 Hours Convenience Song. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to play one more. This is it. This song's called Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. It's a great Bob Dylan song. As most of them are. See, my tricep hurts so bad that I can barely pull my... and it's not messed up. It's just worked out really hard. Oh, my God. My hair does look kind of silly, huh? I went through this whole episode like that. That's all right. I'm just going to chop it off here in a minute, I think, because I'm just tired of dealing with it. I think I've responded to everybody's chats today. What a good live streamer I am. There ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. Even you don't know by now, the lighting was terrible. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. I can never do some bad. Your rooster crows at the break of dawn. Look out your window, I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. There ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. It's a light I've never known. There ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. I wish there was something you could do to say. Try to make me change my mistake. We never did too much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. There ain't no use in calling out my name down like you never done before. There ain't no use in calling out my name down. I can't hear you anymore. Walking in one as I travel down the road. I once loved a woman named Child, I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. Where I'm bound, I just can't tell. But goodbye is too good a word, babe. I just sing fairly well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted my precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. Don't think twice, it's alright. Thank you so much, everybody. Cheers. Cheers to a non-alcoholic beer. Where's the front label? There it is. And I'm going to go get some coconut ice cream and just have a hangout session here finally for today. Just relax. See you next time. Thanks again for tuning in. Good night. How do I stop this thing? Hang on. Right there. Thanks, Jason. See you. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Noah.